Hey bakers! Welcome to another episode of Cooked with Cannabis. It is Sunday morning and I've decided I'm gonna make some muffins, but this has me thinking I need to be eating fewer muffins, but that's not gonna happen. So I found a recipe for some healthy banana muffins and we're gonna make those today. So first thing you want to do is line a muffin tin. I found these cool green liners so I can easily identify my infused muffins now from my non-infused. Set that aside and you want to preheat your oven to 350. Yeah, mine's already ready to go. So let's have a fun Sunday morning with some healthy muffins. All right, today I am going to use 1 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour. And then to that, I've added 1 teaspoon of baking soda and about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You can set that aside. And then in Black Beauty here, we are going to put 2 eggs. And these have been out at room temperature for about 45 minutes just to warm them up a little bit. Add to your eggs 1/2 cup of coconut oil. I'm using half infused and half regular, so each muffin does not completely wreck me. Next in goes 1/2 cup of honey. So many bees worked so hard on that, and this is the only sweetener that is in these muffins. Well, that's a lie because I'm putting chocolate chips in them, but if you didn't put chocolate chips in, it would be the only sweetener. You're gonna add 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. Since there are 16 tablespoons in a cup, it's just 4 tablespoons for 1/4 cup, and that just makes it a little easier than now another measuring cup. And finally, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Let's go ahead and get these mixing. If you're using a mixer like this, I'd set it at about medium speed, number 6 on this mixer, and let it go for about a minute. If you were doing it by hand, you may need to go closer to 2 minutes to get a good mix. And be sure that about halfway through, you're scraping down the bowl just to be sure all that good canna oil gets evenly distributed throughout this mixture, because that is key to making your dosing more effective, if that is important to you. All right, I bumped the speed up the last 10 seconds or so, but you can see you've got a nice emulsified consistency. Now to your wet ingredients, you can mix in your dry ingredients. And if you've got a big enough bowl, you can mix them in all at once. Otherwise, maybe in 2 portions so it doesn't fly all over the place. And then just on low at first. Let that mixer start to pull in all the dry ingredients into the wet. Now you're making muffins, and one thing that's very important to know about muffins is if you don't want them to end up with a bunch of little caverns in them, or worse yet, be tough, get your flour worked in to some extent, with the beater of the mixer, but also, I would just go ahead and finish out here by hand because we really don't want to overmix. Plus, we're going to be adding to this now about 1 cup of mashed bananas, and I'm just mashing these with a fork. And this is about 3 bananas. So get your approximately 1 cup of banana in there. And just gently fold the bananas into your muffin batter. Don't want to overdo it, but make sure you scrape toward the bottom of the bowl as well. And then because these are healthy muffins, of course, I'm going to add 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And that's just a gentle fold to get those in there as well. Remember to scrape your sides, get the bottom of the bowl really good. Here we've got our pan ready to go, and I have this scoop that I use for cookies just to give me a little better control of my portioning here. So about 2 scoops per muffin, paper until you see where you're at. Now the chocolate chips, you know, there will be some slight displacement from those. You might have a muffin that has, you know, a couple more, a couple fewer chocolate chips than another. Oh yeah, these are gonna be big muffins. I've got a lot of batter left, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume I can give each one at least another full tablespoon. They're about 3/4 of the way full. I'm gonna stop there. I've still got all this batter left, but I'll go ahead and get another pan out and throw a few more muffins in with them. So we're gonna bake them for 20 to 22 minutes, but check them after about 18 if your oven runs hot, and they should be ready to go. It's been about 24 hours since I made these muffins, and there were 15. Now there's 12, which is part of the reason it's taken me 24 hours to do this follow-up, because I slept like a freaking baby last night, but I calculated that I probably had between 300 and 350 milligrams of THC, even though I only used a 1/4 cup of infused oil. It's just really strong stuff. And so, yeah, 60 milligrams on the low end. That's not normally a dose I would do, but now I know. So next time I may use just 1 ounce, but they turned out really nice. You can see here, lots of chocolate in there and really nice moist muffin. So what I'm going to do now is put these muffins in a freezer bag and label them, and my estimated THC value for each muffin is between 20 and 25 milligrams, so definitely will want to know that. But I'll take them out a few hours before I want to enjoy one and let it defrost at room temperature, and there we go. We got fresh Cannabis muffins anytime you want them. So thanks for baking with me. See you next time.